Hey guys, welcome to this video. My name is John Watts. I'm a consumer protection lawyer. I want to show you something that's fairly common with credit reports when you're looking at negative accounts, and that is missing information or inconsistent information. And so just take a look at this. The X's down here indicate that there's no data. So here we have places for data. There's no data. Well, that's a problem because if a credit bureau is reporting and they're saying, hey, we have places for the data, then why isn't the furnisher, in this case, let's say it's a credit card company, why aren't they furnishing the information? Well, remember, we can challenge the completeness of a particular item. Well, that means if it's incomplete, there's missing information, then we can challenge that. And the credit bureau is supposed to go to the furnisher and say, hey, there's this missing data. What can we do? Get us that information. We always tell the bureaus, either get all the missing information or delete the account. And so this is definitely important down here. But I want you to focus on these two sections up here. So let's see if we can figure out what's going on. So in September 2019, it's a charge off. Well, then October 2019, now we see they're providing room for more information. Well, what information? Balance, amount paid, past due, remarks, and rating. All of that's missing. So again, we can challenge that and say, where's that missing information? But it's more than just that. Because here we come into February and we owe $7,919 amount paid. Well, it's missing, so we don't know. Then the next month it says zero. Next month, zero. And you notice the balance is the same. Look at the next month, May 2020. Zero paid, but the amount is now different. Now it's only $2, but it's different. Okay? Where did that $2 come from? Are they saying we paid that? Are they saying the furnisher realized there was a mistake and credited us for $2? What's going on? We just don't know because we're not being given the information by the credit bureau. So again, zero payment, and we come up here, and now in January, it's gone down $12. Well, where's that payment? It's not listed there. You see the amount past due is now $7,905, balance $7,905, and again, it's zero. Now, this is merely an illustration of what we very commonly see, which is missing data or inconsistent data. Now, I'm not going to show it to you, but if we looked at the page before this, it would tell us when the date of last payment was, and it was well before anything that we're looking at here. And so then when we start comparing this now with other credit reports, we see more conflicting information. So you just want to start by looking at a credit report for a particular account and say, all right, does this make sense? I think I've used this example before. Equifax is the one bureau that does tell you the date of first delinquency. Date of first delinquency simply means the date that you first went delinquent and never recovered from it. So if 6 months ago I was 30 days late on my Discover card, and then the next month I made sort of a double payment, got it caught up, that would not be the date of first delinquency. Date of first delinquency is where I first stumble and then I never recover. Okay, so they're all supposed to tell us that, but only Equifax does. Well, let's say Equifax told us, and this is pretty common, that the date of first delinquency was January 2018. Well, okay, you write that down. You can do this by hand. You can do a spreadsheet. You just reach out to us, alabamaconsumer.com, give you a spreadsheet. We have a training course on this. It's totally free. Just let me know if you're interested. But let's just imagine January 2018, if this was an Equifax report, it tells us that we were delinquent. Or now this is a TransUnion report, but maybe we have the Equifax report and it says January 2018. We'd look over here and say, well, wait a minute. How's that my date of first delinquency if I was okay? Now I can see February 2018. They claimed that I was 30 days late. but you're just looking for this type of stuff. For some reason, and this has been true for many, many years, they just have a hard time getting themselves to actually record payments. So, we'll see a balance go from $9,000 to $3,000. It'll say amount of payment, 0. Like, really? You just like magically made $6,000 disappear. Or, what I was talking about where one bureau says I went delinquent this month, but then you look at another bureau, it says I was current. Well, which one is it? I mean, one of those, at least one of those is wrong. Okay. So again, it gives us a basis to dispute. Or, if we're going through the history here and it says 30 and then the next month 120, you say, wait a minute, how did I go from 30 to 120 in 30 days? Okay. So you want to look at every detail that a particular credit report has about an account, find the inconsistencies, and then do that for the other bureaus, and then start comparing them. Because what we will often find, let me say it this way, it's unusual when we do not find errors between the different bureaus. Occasionally that happens, but normally we find errors between Equifax and Experian and TransUnion and all different combinations of it. And then just internal errors like we're talking about here where it's going down but there's no payment. Now, if we sued over this, the bureaus and the furnisher would say, well, it's only $12. What does it matter? Well, first of all, I have a right to a 100% accurate credit report. That doesn't mean you can be off by $12, okay? If $12 is no big deal, then why don't you just make it, knock $120 off or $1,200? Like, either it's important or it's not. And I've talked about this before. They'll say, well, yeah, we did some false information on here, but that part of your credit report doesn't matter. Well, if it doesn't matter, you wouldn't report it, okay? You're reporting it because it does matter. The balance does matter. If the balance is unimportant, then stop reporting the balance. They go, oh, no, we have to report the balance. Okay, well then why are you off here? I mean, if the balance went down $12 because I made a payment, then show that. Now, if it went down $12 because the furnisher figured out they'd made an error, and we really didn't owe $7,917 or $7,919, well, then that needs to be corrected all the way through. It's also why we need to see this data. What's going on here? What was the balance? Why is this blank for February 2020 on amount paid? Why doesn't it show 0? I don't know. Did we pay anything? Well, it would appear not because the balance didn't change. But you don't know. And that's the whole point is we don't have to guess. I mean, these credit bureaus, they talk about, oh, we get, all these billions and billions of pieces of information, this data. Okay, well, that's your job is to record it accurately. It's like an air traffic controller saying, you have no idea. I deal with hundreds of planes a day. I mean, so what if 3% of them crash together? Well, no, it is a big deal. You're supposed to be 100% accurate as an air traffic controller. We don't want pilots that say, well, most of the time I, land on a runway rather than a freeway. No, we need you 100% of the time to do it correctly. And particularly when we bring it to your attention, you've got to fix it. So I just want to give you an idea, and I'll try to do more of these where I grab some credit reports. And look, if you want to pull out, just obviously redact any personal information and send it to me, I'm glad to do a video review. Now, I'm not talking about sending me all your reports and saying, hey, look through here, find all the errors. I'm saying if there's a particular account that you think is wrong and you want to send it to me and I use it in a video, I'm happy to do that. Just let me know and obviously, redact information from it. So anyway, well, I hope that is helpful to you guys. And like I said, if you want some of our tools, if you want our training course, just go to alabamaconsumer.com and then you can go to the contact us. All of it's free. We don't charge anything for this. and we'll be happy to get that to you. And hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.